CopperPuppy, and I'm back along with another video. Today I got for you guys making an edible cell. So, some things you're going to need to make an edible cell. We have a project in school to make an edible cell. So, we need to make that. So, our basic idea is for the cell wall, we are going to have a cake wall. In the center of the cake, we are going to eat it. Alright? Then, for anything else... Where did everything go? I'm so sad. Where are my cookies? I had Oreo cookies, and I don't know where my Oreo cookies went. We don't have Oreo cookies. All right. Chips Ahoy. That'll work. For the cell membrane, Chips Ahoy cookies. And if we run out, we have extra wafers. So, that's our base. I'm going to cook up the cake, and I'll see you guys when the cake is done. Hey guys, I'm back. So here's what we got right now. We've turned it green because it's a plant cell, so it's green. We got all our ingredients done here. We're just about to finish the cake in another half an hour. It will be donezo, and we will be ready to move on. So yeah, see you when the cake is done. For the extra cake, because as you remember, I'm going to cut the outsides of the cake off, so we only have like that much of cake left on the sides. I'm gonna put it in this bowl. I'm gonna crunch it all up and make it into a dough ball, and then I can put it on the sides of the cake to extend the cell. Instead of it being only that thick, I can make it that thick, so I can make it a thicker cell, so I can have more room for things in there, like our cytoplasm, our nucleus. All right. Get the cake out. Now, I've just put this medicine over here so it's not in my way. So, as you can tell, all the green stuff has actually gone inside the cake, which is not exactly what I wanted, but it'll look cool. So I'm just going to cut around the edges now, wait for it all to cool down, and then we'll start constructing the cell. Ready guys, so that's cut out. There's our cell walls. I'm going to raise them to the edge of the pan. Ready guys, so we have everything we need. We got the jello for our, I can't remember what it's called, I'm sorry. Then we got this for the cytoplasm. We got some gelatin so you can see through it. We have some Tic Tacs for the little pieces inside of the, I can't remember what it's called either. Oreo cookies for the cell membrane. In here, we're going to cut out a piece of apple fritter. We're going to cut out a piece of apple fritter and put the Tic Tacs in it to make it look like the piece that we're using. And then we have the jelly-filled donut, which is going to act like as our cytoplasm, or our nucleus, sorry. And then we got Oreos for the cell wall and 2 packages of Jello and Knox. So we're good to go. So we're back. Everything has worked out perfectly. We've made the Jello. It turned out the perfect color. The shapes and all aren't that good. We got our apple fritter with our Tic Tacs in it, and our donut with the jelly in it, which we bought at Timmy's.
We should add a bit more blue Jello.
Yeah, we're gonna add a bit more blue Jello over here and over there.
Oh, there's more Tic Tac in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Tic Tacs. The gelatin that we did a trial with the gelatin and it didn't work the first time. So here's our second run, and it is fully gelled, which is perfect. Everything's been constructed. We put the cake is the cell wall. Then we got the Oreos as the cell membrane. Oreos on the bottom is the cell membrane. We got our nucleus, our cytoplasm, our vacuoles, which is the blue Jello, and this, which is the cytoplasm, I think. I don't know I forgot what the Tic Tacs are. It's probably dead. Anyways, do you want to open the fridge, please? I'm here with Piccolo Vlogs, so we can, we decided to do this project together. Let's see what it looks like. That's what it's supposed to look like. I would take that. Over there. It looks okay. We see, got your nucleus as our jelly-filled donut. Okay, what is F? Chloroplasts. That's a chloroplast. These, the apple fritter and our Tic Tacs, are the chloroplasts, and the vacuoles are the jello. So this is edible. Guys, this is all the dessert theme. Describe more about our edible cell. Like I said in previous clips, that the outside of the cell wall is made out of cake. It is a French vanilla cake that I have colored green with some food coloring. I think it looks kind of cool, except the top of the cake did not turn green. It just stayed the brownish color that you get with a normal cake. Now we're gonna work our way in. As we come in, you see the Oreo cookies. The Oreo cookies are our cell membrane. So I'll talk about more what they do, so I'm just telling you what everything is. So now, I have this backwards, but I'm going to turn it around here in a second. This is the final product. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's our final product. Our cell membrane is made out of Oreo cookies. Now we move into the cytoplasm, which is the stuff that surrounds all the pieces inside the cell. We have our main pieces, but there's more pieces than that, trust me. You have your cytoplasm. That's all the gelatin. We used gelatin. Gelatin is this clear, it's like jello, except it's a lot more jello-y. It's like jello. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry in the last clip I said that was the end. It isn't. I have to explain what everything is. Alright, so right now we have the cell wall. Now the cell wall is what keeps the cell up. It's the main part of the cell. It's what keeps the cell's shape. So in this case, I picked cake spread or cake mix. Cake. It's a cake. So I used cake there. I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay then. So it keeps the cell up. It keeps it so it doesn't just crunch. Now we go to the cell membrane. I'll talk about more what that does in a later clip. But with the cell membrane, it's made out of Oreo cookies. Then we have the cytoplasm, which is made from gelatin. For those of you that don't know, gelatin is pretty much jello, except it's completely see-through. Like, it's kind of see-through. I don't know how well you guys can see through that, but it's kind of see-through. Like, I could see you guys through it. It's kind of cool. It's like jello. It's kind of fun to play with too. It's not like it's sticky. It's just water and some mix. It's not sticky. It's just fun to play with. It doesn't leave any residue on your hands. It's fun to play with. Anyways, that surrounds all the pieces inside the cell. So inside the cell membrane, there's all what you would call kind of like a liquid of this thing. That's what we have for our cytoplasm. Next, we have our vacuoles, which is the blue jello. Now, the blue jello is a bit hard to see. I'm going to turn on another light in here. It's not going to do much, but if you can tell, that you can see where our vacuoles are. They are the blue jello inside underneath the gelatin, which the gelatin didn't exactly turn out the way we wanted it to. We should have poured it, but it just didn't work out like that. So we have this crumbly kind of gelatin. Don't eat it. It tastes like crap. Declan and I tried. Anyway, so cytoplasm, done. Or vacuole, sorry, done. The nucleus. The nucleus, we used a jelly, it's called a raspberry donut from Tim Hortons. It's the one with it's the big donut, like that, with the icing sugar on the bottom, on the sides, and then inside there's the jelly. So what I did is I crunched it into a little bowl, cut a slit in it so you could see the insides of it. I don't know, little thing I decided to do. So the nucleus is the powerhouse of the cell. I believe it controls everything. I'll give you some technical stuff in a later clip. Next we have the chloroplast. The chloroplast is made out of an apple fritter with little Tic Tacs poked in it. You will see a picture of what the cell is supposed to look like and what the cell actually looks like beside my head here. So yeah. So I have 3 vacuoles in this cell, as you will see in the picture. There is 3 little blue pieces, and there's 2 little chloroplasts. One's a main one, which I cut. I used 1 apple fritter. All I did was I cut the slit out of the 1 apple fritter, set it in, put the Tic Tacs in, so it kind of looks, I don't know, it's like storage areas. Like I said, technical stuff will be coming up after. Then I have the chloroplast the other chloroplast, which is when I cut the piece out to put the thing in, I used that piece and I took the dough out of it and put Tic Tacs inside of there. So that's the chloroplast, and that's all of our pieces in our cell. We've got the chloroplast, vacuole, cytoplasm, nucleus, cell wall, made out of cake, which is now crumbling because it's not frozen. I'm going to go into the freezer. I'm going to freeze this. And then, yeah. So I will see you guys when I get the technical information. Alright, so now I'm back with the facts. So, the cell membrane, so the Oreo cookies, like the skin, it's like the skin kind of covering your body. It surrounds and protects the contents of the cell. That's why we chose something hard, like a cookie, because it would protect the cell more than, you know, something squishy like cake would. It's simply not a container. The structure helps control the movement of the substances in and out of the cell. So it helps move with this move. Like, as you can see, it's pretty jiggly inside there because we got a lot of jello going on, so it's jiggly. All right, the cytoplasm. So, a large part of the inside of the cell, which is pretty much all of it, is taken up by the jelly-like. So that's why we picked this stuff, because it's, you know, jello-y. It's exactly like jello. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's exactly like jello, because it pretty much is jello, except it doesn't taste that good. Trust me, I've tried. Don't do it. It does not taste good. Like blood flowing throughout your body, the cytoplasm constantly moves. Ours kind of does. Inside the cell. It distributes materials such as oxygen, food to different parts of the cell. The cytoplasm also helps support the other parts inside the cell. Because as you can see, well, let's pull you off the tripod. As you can see, our nucleus, when we shake it, doesn't move. It is in there with the, this is keeping it stuck in place because it's all around it and only that's moving. And the cookies are helping a little bit with that. Not a lot, but a little bit. Anyways, back up to the tripod for you. All right, your nucleus. Your nucleus is a large, dark, round nucleus. It's often the most seen structure in a cell. Well, because it's right here. It's the big thing. The nucleus controls the cell's activities, so it just controls everything. It contains chromosomes, structures made of genetic material that direct a cell's growth and reproduction. The cell nucleus is enclosed by a nuclear membrane which controls what enters and leaves the nucleus. So right now our nuclear membrane is the donut. It's the dough of the donut. Whereas the actual nucleus is the jelly part of the donut. That's why we picked a jelly donut. We were using our beautiful, beautiful brain cells that God gave us. All right, vacuoles. Balloon-like spaces within the cytoplasm. So it's within our cytoplasm. It's within our shaky stuff. It's jello, just like the cytoplasm. So, yeah. But within the cytoplasm are storage places for surplus food, wastes, and other substances. So this is kind of like where they store their crap. They're surrounded by a membrane. Our membrane is kind of the jello. It's the jello. Yeah. I didn't plan that one very well. Anyways, chloroplasts. The chloroplasts are the structures in which the process of photosynthesis takes place. Photosynthesis uses the energy from the sun to make carbohydrates. Folded membranes inside each chloroplast contain the green pigment chlorophyll, which absorbs sunlight. So that's where our Tic Tacs come from, which our Tic Tacs have lost color now due to the water in the jello. So that used to be festive green and... Oh, what? No. It's breaking. My cell is breaking. I need to do emergency surgery on our cell. Yeah, so what's happened now, guys, is the apple fritter has kind of shifted. It's just like the tiny one is. It just tilted itself. Oh no, never mind. The big one didn't. Just the tiny one did. I need more I need some more stuff over here. I haven't exactly filled everything to where it should be yet, but it's pretty close. So I'll break this piece apart here and put it. It's still a work in progress. That's why this video is what it is. Anyways, next. Photosynthesis takes place. Chloroplasts are only found in cells, inside cells in green plants. Hence the green food. My computer kamikazed off my desk. We're back. So now we're on chloroplasts, like we were last time. They only occur in plants with green food coloring or green color. Now we're going to go to the cell wall. The cell wall only occurs in the cells of plants and fungi and in some unicellular organisms. They're much thicker and more rigid than cell membranes. That's why ours is a bit more rigid, because the cookie and it's thicker. It's a lot thicker than the cookie. It's like 2 inches, an inch and a half thick. It's made out of tough materials called cellulose. They provide support for the cell. So that's pretty much all of the technical fancy-dancy stuff with these cells, with our cell. So that's gonna be a wrap for this video. If you guys want to make the same one, ingredients you need: cake. Make sure to save the dough from the inside of the cake so you can raise the sides of the cake up higher. You need gelatin, blue Jello, a donut from Tim Hortons, an apple fritter from Tim Hortons, Tic Tacs, green food coloring, Oreo cookies. And if you want to label it like we did, we just used some little pieces of tape with paper underneath them. So, like I said, guys, if you ever want to make this, not talking to the classmates that is going to see this video mostly, you guys won't need to make this because you probably made something similar to it or completely different. But for the other people that are out there that aren't the classmates that watch my videos, there you go. There is a quick... This took us from 3 o'clock, from about 3:30, 4 o'clock to 8:48. Or, well, it's probably more like 8:30 that we finished. 8:30 o'clock. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. I get to go eat a bunch of Jello. And again, guys, like I said, with the gelatin, just let it sit. It says 4 to 6 hours. We waited about an hour on ours, and it's Jello. It's gonna harden in the freezer tonight while we freeze it overnight, and then it will be very, very, very cold, and it'll be very, very, very solid tomorrow morning. And our toothpicks aren't leaving, so yeah. And hopefully everything stays in place. Like the Oreo cookies before, they were all falling down, so that's a bit of problems that we had with our cell. Just thought I'd throw those out there. See if any of you guys have had any other issues with your cell. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.